Yo, welcome to another episode of the Mobile DJ Mastery Podcast. Cheese on bread! On this episode, we're going to be talking about bookings. With the last episode, we were talking about equipment. Now let's talk about getting some bookings so we can start to grow the business. Roll VT! Now, when I first started, one of the hardest things was getting like your first booking, your first thing under your belt so you can start to get going. Now, luckily, depends on where you guys are. There's all different type of DJs that will be listening to this, whether you're a club DJ, whether you're a bar DJ, whether this is your first DJ and stuff and you've never done any DJing before, but we have to start somewhere. One of the reasons why I may have found it a little bit more easier than someone starting from the scratch is because I was already DJing. I was known as a DJ. I was DJing bars, clubs, festivals. I was putting on events. I was doing a lot within the DJ community. So for me to start as a mobile DJ was a little bit easier because I already had the credibility and the clout to do so. But one thing I will say, if anyone knows about one of my other brands, 247 Pop-Up, which we started, well, a lot of it we started way before lockdown, but lockdown is when we set it up as a business. This was a fully mobile setup where I was able to DJ on the street and things of that nature. And it was wicked during lockdown. Guys, listen, when everyone was DJing at home, I was in the parks, guys. I was DJing out. I had a battery-powered speaker, a little power electric generator. I was able to just do my thing outdoors. And I remember I wanted to turn that into a business. I wanted that to become something that was profitable. I remember at the time there was no one doing it. DJing on the street wasn't like a normal thing. And the reason why it blew up overnight so quickly is because it was lockdown and no one was able to go out. No one was able to do stuff. So when people was like walking around or doing their jogs or their sports or whatever they had to do during lockdown, seeing a DJ DJing, pumping out music was the easiest, biggest, best way for me to promote the business straight away. And people saw it, and then I was able to get bookings straight away using that platform. But the thing I want to talk about is when I first started it. When I first started, I know it was a brand new idea. So one of the things I did is that I did free pop-ups. I never earned any money. I used to set up at certain parks around London and just start DJing. At first, I was doing it for fun because I didn't like the idea of streaming at home. I'm a type of person, I need energy from people. So I went out to seek energy from other people outdoors. And, used to get people dancing and people used to be filming and all those kind of things. But while that was happening, I was able to get bits of content. Now, remember, at the time, I was by myself. So I was getting content selfie style. There is nothing wrong, guys, with getting content selfie style, just by yourself, holding up the phone and showing what it is that you can see. You can either do selfie style to put you in the video, or you can do normal style so you're not in it, but you're filming what you're doing, what's around. You've got your equipment, you've got people, and you can just film something. When you're first doing early doors, you have to film something. Some people, they get out and they're thinking, oh, no one knows. It's because you haven't got any media, any post, any socials of you doing what you say you do. If you've got some kind of proof for you to do what you do, it's much more easier for you to market, for you to sell yourself, for you to show potential customers and people that want to pay for your service that you can actually do what you're talking about. So being able to just go out and DJ at my own time when I wanted was an easy way for me to then get started with this. And then what I was able to do, I used to get a tripod, I used to get my partner, I used to get a friend or whoever can come out with me. If anyone's free, do you want to come out? And that person that used to come out with me, that friend, that partner, whoever's there, I used to get them also to hold the camera and just film what I'm doing, film little bits. If I had the tripod, I'll set it up somewhere, film a little bit, press record, run back to the decks, DJ for about 5-10 minutes, then go back to the camera, press stop. There it is. I've got a video. I've got some kind of content. I can show what it is that I can do and the services that I can offer. I can show it. If you can show it, it's much more easier to market yourself. So one thing I'm going to say to you guys, if you want to get into the mobile DJ world and you've listened to episode 1 and you've already got your setup, this is a perfect way for you to get pictures, videos of you saying or showing that you can do what you can do. Feel free to offer your services for free to anyone who would allow you to DJ. And as long as you can get content, the main thing you want is content. You want any type of content. The bare minimum, guys, the bare minimum is pictures. Personally, I feel pictures are not good enough. Personally, I feel pictures are not good enough. When you're buying a performer, a singer, a drummer, anyone who's going to be like that, we want to see and hear videos. The videos will do so much more better for you. So I would definitely strongly suggest getting videos over pictures. But if you can't get anything, pictures is definitely better than nothing. So going back to it, offering your services for free. You can either go to a local venue, you can look at some of your friends. Has anyone got a birthday coming up? This is an easy, perfect one. Going on your social media and just saying whose birthday's coming up in the next 6 months, next 3 weeks, and next whatever. You choose the deadline date. All you want is someone to reply and say, yeah, it's my birthday. With that information, now you can use that and then contact that person and say, look, man, like, and hopefully they're your friend. It will even better if they're your friend, and then that way you can say, look, man, I'm a DJ. Like, they should know that you're a DJ or whatever. But anyway, basically what you're trying to say to them is like, look, man, I'm happy to come and DJ a party for you. If they've got a venue, if they're going to have it in their house, wherever they're going to have it, it doesn't matter. As long as you're able to go there and DJ, that's the main thing. If you can go there, you can offer it for them for free. If you think you can get away with charging them, charge them. Freeness just means it's easier for people not to say, it's harder for people to say no. If you offer something for free, there's a low chance they're going to say no, because it's no skin off their back, especially if you've got all the paperwork, things that we were talking about before. There's no reason why they can't hire you. So therefore, you're going to be hired and you'll be able to take the booking. Now, if you can charge expenses is going to be whatever it costs for you to get down there. So let's say you took an Uber because you're not driving. Let's say you're driving, it might be petrol. Let's just say you was there and you wanted to drive there and you had lunch. You might eat some food, you might get a pay for parking, and you getting down there. So your expenses are going to be the cost that it costs you, whatever financials you spent for you to do what you're doing for that person, that will be your expenses. So maybe you can do free, maybe you can ask for cover my expenses. That could be anything from 10 to maybe 20 to 30 pounds, which isn't much for what you're going to be offering them. Or maybe you can charge them a small fee. So you might charge them £100, maybe £50, which cover your expenses, and there's a little change extra. Maybe £100. If you can get £100, fantastic. If you can get paid for training and learning and getting content, that is absolutely amazing. But if you can't, offer the service for free. That way, hopefully there'll be no friction. We'll be able for you to go and perform. Get a tripod, stick the phone up, selfie style, whatever style you need. The main objective is for you to leave that place and have bits of content on your phone or camera or whatever it is you got. Right, so now you've got your video content, whether it's selfie style, whatever style, pictures, hopefully more videos over pictures, but hopefully you've got something now. You've got a few bits and bobs, and if you've got it from one event, hopefully you've done this more than once. Hopefully you've done this more than once. If you've done it once, it's going to be hard for you to do what we're going to talk about next. So hopefully you've done it maybe 3, 4, 5 times by now. Fantastic. You've offered freebies, you've got your expenses covered, and maybe 1 or 2 of them you was able to get a little bit of payment so you're not left out of the pocket. Fantastic. We've got our videos. Now, what do we do with our videos? I think you guys all know. If you don't know, then god damn, this is going to be a long journey for you. But now we've got our videos, we should be posting. One thing I'm going to say, guys, is like, especially if you're just starting, this is, like I said, I'm trying to talk to the person that was either in my position as I was a couple years ago, and these kind of things would help. So if you've already got a DJ name, or you've got a brand name, or you've got a company name, or whatever it is you may be, make sure you make social medias that tag into the same name. So it's easier for people to find you. So you don't want to be using your real name on Facebook, and then your DJ name on Instagram, and then your company name on TikTok. And if you've got all these different names, when people are writing in the said names, it's going to be hard for them to find you, and therefore not enough will come up on the Google search. But if you're able to use one name consistently, when people search you in Google, all of your things come up, which then gives them that sort of trust and likability. They're like, oh, he's got a TikTok, he's got an Instagram, he's got all these different things. Fantastic. Which is my favorite social media? And that's the one I'm going to click to go and search this person and see if they can offer the services that I'm looking for. So why not? Let's run through the social medias. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not going to say I'm the guru and I'm the know-it-all, but I'm just going to say the things that I've learned over the time that I've been doing this. And this is what I think of the social medias. So let's start with the dinosaur, Facebook. I'm going to call it dinosaur because I'm gonna be like, this is where the old people hang out. I'm not young myself. I'm not young. I'm not trying to be part of the young in crowd or any of that stuff. But Facebook is somewhere where I would say the older generation will be. So depending on what market you're going for, if you're going for maybe some of the older market, maybe the Facebook will be a lovely place for you to advertise and show those people what it is that you can do there, and then those people can come to and they can book you for your services, and then you're good to go. Facebook, let me see some of the things I've got to feedback about Facebook. Facebook, I don't use as much, so I don't really know how. When I go on it nowadays, guys, I'm old school now. When I go on Facebook, there's so much updates. I look at it, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here, and I leave. I'm out. I connect my Instagram to Facebook, so my stories go in there, but I feel bad when people reply and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about because the pictures and videos ain't there. But anyway, Facebook you can use Facebook. There's a business page, which I think is really good to have because that can help you with some Instagram stuff. So even though I would say Facebook might be for the dinosaurs, it's a great foundation for you to have, and definitely to have a page set up on there. So you've got your profile where your auntie and your nan and the babies all live and all your family and friends, and then you've got another one which is a page. A page is where you can have a business page, a brand page. You don't really have to be so much on the personal profile. It's more for the service or stuff that you offer. Once you have this page, you can start to do things like ads, which we'll talk about in later episodes. So having a Facebook page is good. Having a Facebook profile, I think standard you have to start your game. But then having a Facebook page is good because you can do things on Instagram, on WhatsApp business and different things, which once again we'll be talking about later, but we're getting from the start. So then I would say, having a Facebook page is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But getting bookings from the Facebook, you might not get the best bookings from there because you're going to find out that with Facebook, it's quite a marketplace. A lot of people are looking for deals and bargains and things of that nature, which might be hard might be good when you're starting because you can get a lot of gigs on there when people are looking for a DJ and then all the DJs running in the comments and you might get a tag and you might be able to get the booking. It might be good for starting depending on what level you're at the moment. Similar to like when I was talking, if you're looking for bookings and stuff, Facebook is a place where you could probably get some quick bookings. They may not be the best bookings, but they're bookings nevertheless. Next up, we're going to go to one of the places that I find the most comfortable to get DJ work, and that is Instagram. Instagram is fantastic. I like Instagram. The reason why is because you can go there, search whatever name is. There's a high chance that you'll be top 3 people, then that someone can come straight to your page and they can start interacting, having a look at the videos that you have to go. What I think it's really good for as well, I look at Instagram like a CV. It's a quick way where someone can come and within 2 minutes they can determine whether they want to follow you, whether they want to look at your stuff, whether you're the right fit for them, and you can have lots of different stuff in there. Personally, I flood my Instagram with a lot of content. I like to put out educational stuff for DJs and also to help clients. I like to show the energy that I bring. I like to show my setup. I show a lot. I just put a lot on Instagram because I want people to come and see all the different angles. I don't just want them to see pictures of my setup. I don't just want them to do just videos. I like to see a mixture of everything. Depending on what client is, they can see. And what I like about Instagram is that I can really show who I am and what I offer. And in a very short time, they can make a decision. They can hit me in the DMs or they can hit my link in bio, which goes to my website, and they can see some more and then they can book. So Instagram for me is my most favorite. It's my favorite place. It's my playground to get like bookings and things of that nature. So I'm sure it would be the same for yourself, especially when it comes to DJ. You can network with DJs in there, talk. There's so much you can do. Instagram, this is a great place to be. This is a great place for you to put some of the videos that we was talking about earlier that you got from those gigs. Keep them short, keep them concise. Make sure your mix is in there. If there's a mix, you don't just want to show a video of you standing there playing music. If you can show them that you can actually mix and beat match, which is a skill that I think all DJs should have. There's a long debate about some people thinking about, it's all about your music selection or it's about your. I personally think music selection comes after, and your beat matching is kind of what you learn when you first start to DJ. You start to play on the toys, and then your music selection comes in after. Because once you start learning to DJ, you might start to think, I'm a garage DJ, or I'm a house DJ, or I'm drum and bass, or I'm R&B, or I'm open format and I play everything. So you got to decide on where you want to go first, and then you can know how to read the crowds and play the music to the right crowds. But my vision is that I think, learning to beat match is one of the first things that you should do. And if you can record that in one of your clips and show the techniques that you got in that video, it does not have to be long, guys. The video can be 10 minutes long, but out of that video, you might take a 20-second clip there, a 1-minute clip there, a 30-second clip there, little clips of you doing things that you watched and you thought, that looks quite cool. Let me snip that, pull it into a reel, pull it into a post, get it on my Instagram, or even get it onto your Facebook, but get it out there so people can see the stuff that you offer and the things that you can do. Once again, with some of the videos that you've taken earlier of your setup as well, it doesn't matter what setup you've got, guys, as long as people can see that you're able to do the things that you can do for what they're going to be hiring you for. So your lights, your sound, your speakers, your decks, if someone can take a picture, someone can take a video, these things are all credible. For when people come to your page, they know that you can do what you need to do. So make sure you get those bits of content when you are getting your first early videos. If you haven't got them already, if you've got them, say no more. You're inside. If you haven't, go and do the works, get those little videos, and they are going to really help you to be able to advertise yourself. Next up, we're going to move to TikTok. Now, TikTok is the wild, wild west, man. There's a lot going on there. When I first went on there, I was doing DJ education, as you guys know. Big shout out to everyone that used to listen to the 247 download show. It will be back in slow bursts because I'm going to use it as an adjacent to this. This is going to be the foundation, so this is where we're all going to be learning and doing stuff more. But I'm going to be still talking to the community as I love and I miss on TikTok. But anyway, talking about TikTok, at first, I would have said TikTok isn't the place to advertise. But recently, I've been getting a couple of bookings from TikTok, which is actually quite interesting because the content I put out on there isn't made to attract clients. It's more to talk to the DJ community, which you guys know I love and all that sort of stuff. So that's what it's for. But I know that as we spoke about it, Facebook was first one we spoke about. That was the mecca back in the day. Then Instagram came. Instagram's doing really good for people showing their talents and skills and things they can offer. And TikTok is one of the ones that is more new than obviously Instagram. And I don't think you should sleep on TikTok. Definitely don't sleep on TikTok. If you're going to be thinking, oh, twos, I'm busy, I can't do an all, then I say pick one and focus on one. The one that I would suggest to focus on is maybe Instagram or TikTok, depending on what you're like. Both of those things I think are going to do really, really good for your business, and they'll be able for you to push out and once again, send your page to the people that's necessary and show that these are the things that I can do. This is what I can offer. So TikTok is a great one. Definitely videos, guys. Definitely video. If there's anything that you can put in there that's funny, if there's anything that you can put as a hook or something more than just you DJing, because some people might find that content a little bit boring. That way your video can get more reach. If your video gets more reach, more eyeballs on you, the more chance you have of getting another booking from elsewhere. And what's good is that before, when we was talking about the free bookings, when you start posting on places like, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, when people message you, because someone at some point, guys, you're going to be doing this, and sometimes you might be thinking, this ain't getting nowhere. Don't give up. I don't want any of you to give up. If you're doing some of the steps that we're talking about and you're not seeing anything, it's usually because you haven't got the patience, because you want things to happen now. That's not how the world works, guys. You've got to really continue to put out, be continuous, stay consistent, and at some stage, someday, as long as you're doing the right stuff and you're doing the things in the best way you can, someone's going to DM you and they're going to ask you how much you charge. When that DM comes in, first of all, I want you to take 5 minutes and celebrate. I want you to celebrate and be like, Chase! Hey! Because what that is someone is interested in your services, someone has looked at your page, and they've looked at not one video or one, they've looked at a couple, and they like what they're seeing, and now they're going to send you a message, and they're going to ask you, and the question is, how much do you charge, and are you available for that date, or are you available for that date? Hey, man, it's my birthday, it's my wedding, it's my whatever, I need a DJ for this event, I like what you're doing, are you available for this date, and how much do you charge? Guys, when you get that first message, if you haven't received it already, make sure you celebrate. I'm a big fan of celebrating all your achievements. You have to, because when you become self-employed or you're doing something yourself, there's no one that's going to give you a pat on the back. So give yourself a pat on the back when things are happening, all the efforts that you're putting in, when the fruit is coming from the tree, make sure you say, yes, that's going to make you continue. So make sure you celebrate those things. Any small win, celebrate that. So boom, your booking has just come in, your first request for work. Now, you don't have to do freebies with this one. You don't have to do discounts. You can name your price. Now, I know this is really difficult, and this is another conversation we're going to have in later episodes about what and how you should charge. But just on a basic one, I know when you first come in the game, one of the hardest things to do is saying where you set your price. It's difficult. I remember when I first came in, I was trying to find out, people didn't want to talk. There was a lot of gatekeepers. I hate gatekeepers, because all gatekeepers do is stop knowledge from being shared. The more knowledge that doesn't get being shared, the more harder it is for you and me to get to where we're trying to go to. So I do not like gatekeeping, and we will not be doing that on this podcast. Yeah? So If you have a setup similar to what we were talking about before and you've got all the gear, and let's just make this as basic as possible. Someone's going to contact you and you are doing their birthday party. You're looking to DJ maybe from 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Let's just say 7 until 12. Your general booking, 7 until 12. This is a 5-hour booking and it's your first time being paid, because technically you should have done this before. There's no way this is your first time. You should have done this before. Now, if you're going out and it's your first time and you're early in it, I think the minimum you should charge, this is me, this is what I believe. The minimum you should be charging for your first gig is between £250 and £500. This is the minimum. Where you want to be is up to you. You can think about how long you've been mixing for. You can think about how many followers you got, how much are you known, or you can think about, do I want to secure the booking? Do I just want to cover my expenses? Because you can still do that. You're early. There's no right or wrong, but I think you should not charge less than £250 if you're at this stage. That's what I think. If you want to do less because of your area and you've got your reasons why, no problem. There's no right or wrong, but I believe the minimum, even at these early stages, you should charge is £250, between £250 and £500. Why? Why 2-4? The reason being is because the amount that you've already invested on your equipment. Let's just look at your laptop. Basic laptop, maybe if you listen to the last video, £500. Your controller, £250. We're at £750 so far. Your booth, let's just say it's £250. Now we're at £1,000. Your microphone, 50 quid. You're at 1,050 quid. Your speakers, maybe 500. Now we're at 1,550. Your lights, maybe another 500. So now we're at just shy of £2,000. If you're bringing all of that kit to someone's place and something gets damaged at this place and you're getting less than 250, you probably can't replace the thing that got broken, which means your business is dead. So therefore, if you're charging 100 quid for this, you got to remember, this is now someone. It's not a friend. It's not a family. It's someone who's hit you up on social media. They've seen the few things that you're doing. Don't get me wrong. Because they've seen, they might know that you're at the lower end of the market, and that's fine, that's okay. And you can hit them with the price, and if they're happy with it and you're happy with it, most importantly, if you're happy with it, then you're good to go. But that's the reason why I say between 250 being lowest you should charge, and 500. If you want to go lower, once again, that's totally up to you. I understand how things can be, but that's just what I would say. If you want to go high and you think you could do it, fantastic. Go on, mate. Go on, girl. Be ballsy. Know your worth, all that good stuff. And if you don't get the booking, at least you kind of might know why. Maybe I wasn't ready for those kind of prices. But that's the price bracket that I think is a good place to start, especially if you're in this realm. Once you've set your price, whichever price you've set, what you want to do is collect a deposit from the person that is wanting to book you. Once again, guys, this is where you have full control. Remember, guys, it's your business. You created this. You can do it how you like. You can take 10%, 25%, 50%. You can take all the money. You can take no money. You can do what you like. Actually, let me go back on that. You should not take no money. If you have no money, people can cancel on you. You can lose the booking at the last minute, and you don't want to do that. What's good about having a deposit is that people are actually able to give you money, and then there's some tie-in, there's a lock-in. You have got some money, which hopefully should be non-refundable. We're going to talk about non-refundables and numbers in other episodes, but anyway, just to keep it basic, if you've got your deposit, you've been given 50 quid, 100 quid, 150 quid, whatever it is you're happy with. Remember, guys, it's your business. Once you've got that deposit, that person is financially tied to you, which means is a lower chance of that person calling you up and cancelling. If that person cancels and they call you up, hopefully you should be able to keep the deposit. So at least you keep in that date. If you've lost bookings, obviously at the earlier stage, you won't be. But even, it doesn't matter. Business is business. You've got things to pay for. You've got things to do. And you can't just be letting work come and go as it pleases. People need to tie themselves into you in some sort of finance, and that can help with that. So you secure your deposit. Once again, however you like to do it, I think the best way is to get a deposit straight away. Once they've got the deposit, you can either take money on the day, you can take cash, you can do bank transfer. Once again, guys, whatever's happy, whatever you're comfortable with is the best way for you. One thing I think is a good way to do it is to take a deposit and then a week before or a couple of days before the event to take another deposit. Now, some people will be like, why don't I take cash or I take a payment on the day once I arrive? From experience, guys, there's sometimes, yeah, when you get to a venue, when you get to wherever it is that you're DJing, if you haven't been paid in advance, once you finish the gig, you can find yourself chasing that person for your payment. And that's not a good thing that you want to do. The best thing to do is to have been paid in advance. So when you get to the venue, when you get to the place, you're setting up, you're doing all this work, and you've already been paid. So once the gig is finished, you can leave the gig. Later on, you can send the person a feedback form, or just ask them, hey man, is there any feedback you can give me? And you're not chasing them for the money. You don't want to chase people for money. Make your job easy. You want to not make your job easy. Work smart and don't work hard. Now, working smart is taking the money first. Working hard is doing the gig and then saying to the person, can I get my final fee? I've done the job. And they're like, oh, I forgot to bring it. I've just spent so much money on the bar and the food. I haven't got no cut. Is it okay if I pay you Now, when you start to get into this territory, guys, headache and stress. Now you find yourself chasing someone for the money, for the work that you did, and you don't want to do that. So make sure you try to get your payment up front, especially if it's people you don't know, especially if it's someone that's just hit you up on one of the social medias. Even though you're happy for it, make sure you get your payment before you turn up to the gig, so that way you can do your work and you can leave and you don't have to worry about your moolah. While we're talking about the social medias, don't sleep on YouTube, guys. YouTube Shorts is doing a lot. YouTube Shorts is trying to be in the same game as Instagram Reels and TikTok. So don't feel no way to set up a YouTube channel and just post shorts. You don't have to post Reels. Videos. They don't have to be polished with lighting and all these beautiful cameras, because I know YouTube is a very hard market to break. It's got a lot of great content creators on there. But just remember, you can still use YouTube and use the shorts. Your Reels, the same things that you're posting on TikTok, the same things that you're posting on Instagram, you can post on YouTube as well. And who knows where it's going to go. And once again, don't spread yourself too thin, guys. I think it is good to just focus on one of the social medias. You pick this one you're most confident on. You pick the one that you know that you're happy to go in there daily and do certain things. And that might be the one where you drive the most. You can have a secondary one, but you definitely got to have one place where there's a lot of your things. Just so when anyone's looking for a DJ, you can send them the link to your profile and they can spend time on there and look at what you do. And hopefully you get that DM, and then we can move with the steps that we spoke about a minute ago. You know what I mean? Jeez. So, man, there you have it. Those are the things we're going to talk about for this episode. I hope this all made sense to you. Let's just quickly recap. So we was talking about getting your first few gigs in there. If you can get some pay, if you can get your expenses, fantastic. But the bare minimum, feel no way to offer your services out for free, whether it's your friends, your auntie, your uncle, your mate's birthday, whatever it is. The main thing you're trying to do is get content, pictures, not really, but more so videos of you doing your thing, your setup, the things that you can offer, show. Get as much as you can. Feel no way to rinse and repeat content. If you need to post and you ain't got nothing left, share something again. Go in your 10-minute video, find a little clip, anything, short, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. It doesn't matter, guys, as long as you get that out there. Once you've got your content, you want to pick your social media, which you're going to be posting it on. Pick one that you can stay consistent with. Whichever one is your comfortable place to be. Once again, there's no right or wrong which one you use. It's totally up to you. If you feel and you're sure it's going to work for you long term, let's not think about short term, guys. In this game, we should be thinking long. Your minimum is, you should be thinking of a 5-year plan. 1 year, 2 year, pointless. Don't waste your time. Just get out of it now. Go and find a job and go and spend your time on that. But if you're in here for the long tail, your minimum game is going to be 5 years. And that's going to be your 5-year plan. So when you're thinking about those kind of things, you want to think about, where am I happy to be for 5 years? If you think Facebook is going to do that for you, personally, I don't think so. But if you might be different, I don't know. You might have some popping personal page. Go for it. 5 years, you say to yourself, I'm going to invest my time 5 years on Facebook and keep pushing. If you think Instagram's your bag, go for it. Go for Instagram, stories, reels, posts, carousels. There's so much more. There's so much option, guys. There's so much options. As long as you're on there, you just want to be on there. If you think TikTok and you're more future thinking, which I think is a smart way to go, and you're brand new, you might say, do you know what? I want to start on TikTok and continue TikTok. I don't think that's a bad strategy. 5 years is a good time. You're going to do a lot on there. You might go viral once or twice, and you might find that your business blows up overnight and you're inundated with bookings. That's a great place to be in. You're accepting bookings. Once again, people are DMing you, they're asking you that question, how much do you charge? And at that point of question, you are able to say whatever it is you like. If you want to go in low, go in low. If you want to go in high, go in high. If you want to go in medium, go in medium. The main thing that you want to do is get that booking. Once you go and do that booking, get more content, post it on said reels, rinse, repeat, and your business will start to grow and you can hopefully start making more money this time than you was last time. So those are the things that we're going to talk about this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow on all of the platforms, and any descriptions and things that we've been talking about will be in the description below. And make sure you subscribe so we can support and keep this channel alive. Rachel, we'll be back again next week with some more good stuff. But other than that, man, keep spinning and keep killing it. Cheers!